Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have another speed build and I actually built this house to sort of complement the house I did last week, because last week I built a new goth house and I kind of wanted to build another Victorian house because to me it makes sense for like houses that are next to each other to look similar. And in my head, I kind of got the idea to build sort of like the exact opposite of the goth house. So instead of like super dark, I decided to do kind of like a pink pastel home, and that's what I built. I was originally planning on making the house kind of like mainly pink and purple tones, but I ended up also incorporating like white and yellows on the exterior to kind of balance it out, because it kind of looked like too much when I added like the pink columns and things like that. I didn't want it to be like a Barbie house or anything. I just wanted it to be like a brighter version of the goth house. When building this house, I was mainly inspired by some pictures I found on Pinterest, and I might actually insert them here in the video because I really like the detail of the homes. You can't really replicate the same kind of detailing in The Sims, but I did the best I could. Like, for example, with the roofing, I kind of wanted to do like detailing, like, you know, the part where it's like under the roof, like the wall part. There's like a bunch of detailing there, like in photos, but I couldn't do that obviously. So I tried to put like this window instead that could kind of look like it. And when building this house, I kind of had like the vision that it was made for like a sim. Well, to me, I kind of like imagined like this woman perhaps like inherited the house and like all the furniture from her relatives, and that would be like why there's so much traditional stuff inside the house. But then there's some modern things, like some bookshelves I added in, I guess were kind of modern. But yeah, that's just what I thought. And in my mind, I was also thinking about how it would be cute if that person dated Cassandra from across the road, because that seems like a really cute love story, to be honest. Like, opposites attract, and next door crushes, like that's just so cute to me. So that's what I was envisioning when I was doing this build, and saw the sim as like sort of a baker or maybe a chef, but I more saw it like a baker, but maybe that's because of like the pastel tones remind me of sweets. But yeah, it could also work for like any type of sim, or I feel like more of a creative sim, but it could possibly work for any type of sim, except for the fact that the house is very specific to one type of style with all the pastel tones and a lot of pink. Especially the master bedroom is pretty pink. And yeah, I didn't want to make every room in the house super pink, so I tried to go with like it's kind of like this old looking floral wallpaper in like the hallway, and just some pink in the living room and the master bedroom. Also in this house, I kind of tried to use like similar furniture as I used in the goth house, except just like the lighter swatches of it. So like I think I used similar counters, even though they're not the same, and like the same arches and doors, and I also used the same windows because obviously it's like right across the road from each other, so I kind of wanted it to look similar, you know, like those cookie cutter houses kind. And yeah, I used a lot of traditional furniture in this house. Yeah, some of the stuff didn't work necessarily with traditional furniture because honestly I thought it was too expensive. Like, I went for a cheaper fireplace instead, and obviously the TV is a little bit out of place, but there's not much I can do with making TVs look old. And I just cluttered a little bit. I also tried to go for like more of the like quirky swatches, I guess, because I kind of had like the idea that maybe the sim like tried to change up some of the furniture on her own, like painted the cupboards and chairs and things like that. I try to put photos near the hallway to kind of make it look like it's the Sims family. And this house didn't take me too long to build. I mean, it took me like 5 hours, but I was mostly distracted during that time. And it's around, I think it's around 100,000 simoleons afterward. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It has like all the furniture for a kid's bedroom, even though I didn't necessarily see the Sim having kids yet, but it was just obviously there to fit any family and like to be prepared for expanding the family. And I really like how this house turned out. In my opinion, I think it's one of my better houses. I mean, I keep saying that, but I actually like how this house turned out because I think I added more detail in the exterior. And after building 2 houses that are kind of Victorian, I'm honestly starting to like the style more. I never was super in love with it. I thought it was pretty nice, but it wasn't my favorite. But now it's like growing on me a lot, and I think the style of it is cool, and maybe I might build more houses similar to it on the 2 plots near these 2 houses I did. I don't know if you saw in the very beginning of the video, in the intro, since this house is like right in front of the goth house, I can build 2 other houses, like one right next to this one and one right next to the goth house. So I could also do Victorian houses there, possibly. I might do that since I used pink tiles in the bathroom because I figured why not. And I gave this house a really big backyard, really big in comparison to the goth house, because I kind of thought that this Sim would prefer having somewhere to go outside, whereas in my mind, I don't think the goths really care about going outside or like bathing in the sun. I just wanted to have a pink pool, to be honest. And I put some outdoor furniture, like some lawn chairs and a seating area and a grill. I also put a bunch of these pink benches and tables around. And I put a lot of pink flowers in the backyard and in the front yard to go for that whole pink look. And I used a lot of this iron because in the photos that I've seen, they use a lot of iron fences. It kind of doesn't match because everything's like white while the iron fences are like grayish, but I think it works well enough. I also tried to incorporate the 2 styles of it together to give more detail. I'm not sure if that looks good, but I just wanted to experiment, I guess. And then I added some terrain paint, and I added a lot of greenery this time. I added a bunch of trees. Honestly, I can't tell if I added too many. And I added that cherry tree. It matches the Willow Creek trees, and it's a plus that it's pink. And I used some debug greenery and items like the path in the backyard. Also because I just wanted to save a little bit of money, because at the end I realized I was kind of pushing over 100,000 for like a small home. It's not super small, but it's only 2 bedrooms, so I thought like I could make it cheaper, because after detailing so much, it kind of makes the house really expensive. So I wanted to save some money at the end, but I didn't really focus on like a money limit or anything like that with this house. I just wanted to build something nice that looked pink. Yeah, I've never built anything like super bright colored or anything like this. Even this is not super bright, it's just like pastel toned, but I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. It's sort of a short video, but here are the screenshots, and I hope you like the build. Please subscribe and like the video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.